Hey guys, welcome back to Survival Records. I hope that my little show I put on is entertaining for you today, and if you like it, go ahead and like it. Let YouTube know, and I hope I earn your subscription today. Any of you guys who are already subscribed, thank you so much. Who knows what I'm doing with this channel, but it's fun, and I'm gonna, see if maybe I can get bigger, do more things. But anyway, finishing off a quick little project here, wherein I'm gonna try to get this room sort of self-seal here. Let's call this Hab Inner. And call this one Hab Outer. Nope. I'm a little dyslexic, in case you hadn't known that. But here we're going to go ahead and depressurize this on. Now, let's see about pressurizing the interior. Don't know where that one is. I suppose I could work on getting a group set up for these. But let's head upstairs and see if this is working correctly. That's on depressurize. It's sucking things in. That is filling up. We're at 14%. I guess that's going to keep going for a while until it's got a full tank. And then at that point I can turn on the vent inside there, and I can keep that vent going while this one's going. I guess this is pumping out oxygen from the tanks downstairs into what's going on up there. So that all makes sense. Hey, speaking of making sense of things, let's head back out here to the welding rig, because I did say that I was going to explain how it works. So obviously everything starts with the sensor down here. And let's show again the range of this sensor. Now, obviously not connected to that one, that would be problematic. But it goes all the way up to the top here. So anywhere inside there you land, you trigger the sensor. Now, when you trigger this sensor, it gives... In case you didn't know, when you trigger a sensor, the first thing on the sensor is initiated. It even says right down on here, event toolbar for sensor. Slot 1, on first detection. Slot 2, when nothing is detected anymore. So this triggers when you pull in, and then this triggers when you leave. Now, the first thing is a sensor here, and it starts, weld bay sensor. And then when you leave, you go with sensor leave, and you trigger it now. Weld bay sensor is this one. It's got a 20-second delay. And after the 20-second delay, it reverses the hinges, gets those into place. It pushes the arms down after a few seconds. And it tells a timer block called weld arm yes weld to toggle on. So if you sit here for 20 seconds, those things happen. However, if you leave ahead of time, it stops the sensor, the 20-second countdown, and it would trigger the arm yes weld trigger now. Now, remember that yes weld trigger is only on if the 20 seconds had counted down all the way. So this way, if you leave early, it stops it from counting down to the full 20 seconds. But if you leave after you finished using the welding arms, then it triggers the yes weld, because yes, you welded it. So, yes weld is normally off. But remember, if you sat there for 20 seconds and counted down all the way, then it would turn on. If you then leave and it's turned on, it then triggers a hinge reverse, which gets the arms back out of the direction they were in. It immediately retracts the arms, and then it will do weld done. Weld done does only a really simple thing. After 10 seconds, it turns off the yes weld block. So I'm always inclined to compare it to like redstone from Minecraft and like the logic circuits you can get with that. And so I think that this would be considered an AND gate, where when you trigger it and then leave, it only triggers things if you've triggered and sat there for 20 seconds. Or it triggers different things if you've triggered it and then left immediately. But anyway, we've got an assert Skippy. So, beginning of the last episode, I made a comment about how the thrusters on the assert ships looked like they were up-tiered thrusters. Well, the fact of the matter is that is true, but only up-tiered for the assert thrusters, not the tier 4 thrusters I thought they were. But you know what? I think one of the things I'd like to work on today is actually getting that tiered system functioning up-tiered, right? I have a tier 4 welder, and I wouldn't mind a tier 5 welder. So,
energy critical.
If I go to production, large blocks, I guess I don't have the ability to tell it to just make what I need for a tier 5 welder. Let's well, let's go up here. Wondering if I should turn that on or off or not. Probably not worry about it. Alright. So I don't have a tier 5 assembler yet. I think that's because I need to build a tier 4 thruster. And I don't have a tier 4 yield module. Because I don't have a... Tier 5 is when that titanium starts coming into play. So let's go ahead and add any of these. Like, can I just do a tiny thruster? Tier 4 thruster components. I need 11 of them. And apparently I've successfully put them into production. Alright, well, that unlocked new blocks for me. Yeah, here we go. A compact assembler. Interesting. So I need metal plates to start working with this. And I guess I'll get my metal plates from right like that. Now I'm not going to leave this here permanently. I'm just putting it down so that I can grab what I need for it on my build planner and put it into production. All right, I'll bring you back when it looks like I have everything I need. All right, well, it looks to me like I am missing the titanium ingots. And if I go to my titanium, I can only refine this in tier 4 refinery or higher. Okay, well, so I need to upgrade these to tier 4 refineries. So, first thing I'm going to do is get the right color. Alright. Nope, did not mean to do that. What am I doing here? Okay. There. So I'm going to put that there. That way that the ingot quantities... I spent a long time typing all that stuff out. I want to leave it there. So... Yet again, I want to be able to build these without it being a pain in the butt. You've got cobalt in your inventory. Let's go with ore. There. There. Okay, now I'm going to take this one down.
Inventory full.
That's going to take a long time. Should I just get the grinding ship in here? Or I could build a little quick thing like a hinge and then a grinder. I'll just go back and forth quick.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
I changed my mind. This is way, way easier. Okay. So, I guess I'll just plop down the tier 4 right here. That is a refinery, and I want tier 4 one. Alloy plates. Alright. And now for the simple and easy part. Do I need to worry about making a bunch of stuff? Wow, tier 4 gravity generators. That is something I did not expect to have to make. Gonna go ahead and assume I'm already making more of those, yep. Alright, and how many of these do I add to that production? Just one of them? Yeah, I guess I only need the one. But what's up with the cost for it? A lot of iron. Gold. Yeah, this is a pricey piece of equipment. Well, alright, I'll just wait for it to get finished up, I guess. Maybe I'll go snag an unknown signal while I'm waiting. You know, on my way back here, I am thinking I really ought to make a decision about the defense turrets. I guess I probably need fewer of them if I put them on the extreme points and not in the valleys. Man, this... Okay, so this huge hole here was from one of the first... What's it called? Look at that. Jeez. One of the first Reavers that came in. They send off little drones that fly forward with warheads. Blow it up like that. I guess if I ever do want to have this place be defensible again from Reavers, one of those things that I might need to do is have a turret that can, like, self-weld. Can weld itself up all the way from, like, the base. It's an interesting thought. Let me map out some places for turrets. Just kind of do a rudimentary, like, here are the high points, let's put a turret up top here. So like this spot right here. That way I can get a nice clean shot at anything coming in. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna get 5 of them? 6 of them? See how many I can find. Alright, well, the assembler and the welder here did the work, but I need to
Inventory full.
do that in order to get those blocks. Now, do I worry about getting this one in the middle as well? It wasn't that hard to do. Let's do it. Let's get this out of here.
Energy low.
Okay, and oh, I think I might have clipped that a little. Jeez. Got really close to taking it all the way out. I'm going to see about turning on just one of these grinders. Okay, and it is the one in the middle. It lined up well. I think what did I start welding? Grinding. Okay. I think I got the right thing. And we're good. Let's get that second off. Before I build this replacement one, why don't I go ahead and dump that stuff into the inventory and that way I don't have to rebuild all of it. Alright, well, I have a little bit weirder of a scenario to go through here. Come on. There we go. And hopefully this will weld up through the floor and get... Yes, I can hear it. Because what's happened is I was going to use this port to weld this one, but they were only connected to each other through here. So again, all I need here is the Tier 4 gravity generator. All right. All right, so you might see all these new green signals here. Like, that's the spot where I want to put a turret. And there's that one, and that one, and that one. And I think what I'm going to do is extend this point up and around so that I have a frame that goes all the way around, a solid frame, right? Maybe not there, actually. Maybe I'll do that over here. Anyway, I'm going to have like a distribution network where I can put in a rotor and a hinge so I can point directly at what I want to attach to. So like turret 2 over there. That's probably like the closest one I'll end up doing. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a self-building conveyor network, and similar to this one here. I tested it out, and this definitely builds itself up. But I wanted to use like the tier 1 welders. Well, here's the thing. A tier 1 welder, if you can see it here, has, I go into third person. See how it extends just barely to the edge of the next block? Like, there's a better way to show this. Okay, so you see it doesn't extend outside of the block above it, right? Well, a tier 2 welder definitely does. A tier 2 welder would be able to weld up like this block here through the first block. And that's, oh man, that's like a huge difference. It makes it so you can plan things out completely differently. So I need to decide, do I want to design this kind of self-building tower using my, my up-tiered welders, or do I want to build it using regular welders? The cost is not that different, other than maybe more large steel tubes, more steel plates. It's basically just, it's minorly more costly, and it takes those tier 2 motors instead of the tier 1 motors. And I suppose it would also weld faster as well. But I'd only be able to use it if I had Lord Wader's tiered system. Now, speaking of the tiered systems, over here I do have the 2 tier 4 refineries working, and yeah, look at that, I got some titanium refining. Let's get rid of this. And down here you can see that we've got 18 titanium ingots so far, refining down the 108,000 titanium. This guy here, for those tier 5 assembly motors, that needs Izzy's to stop taking it out of the
Energy low.
the thing. But say if I wanted 100 of them, I'd need 86 titanium ingots. And this thing's been running for a few minutes now, and all I have are 20. So, let's let that continue to go, and I guess I just commit to using... No, man, I really want to design it so it can be used by anybody. Alright, let me design a system first, and then maybe upscale it. Yeah. Alright, this is potentially going to require a bit of redesign to make it look better, but I think that this will work and allow me to have just like a ever-growing spike of turrets on multiple different sides of this. So let's give it a shot. Alright, so then that one will be built there, and then that one will build these. I wonder if I'm going to have dead zones, dead spots that don't weld up properly. corner over here is looking like one. But I suppose if I were to replace... Yeah, see, that one just needed a little incentive to get started. Why is it not working? It should be feeding right up through here. Oh, that line there isn't fed. Okay. That. Well, that welded that up, and then... Yeah, there we go. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, let's get these bits back. You know, I knew that I had a this little gerbil miner thing, and oof, it's getting a little banged up. Come on, stop that. Let's get it up here and get it repaired. Come on, back into... Okay. Ugh. Come on, welders. Get in here. Okay. Hey, there we go. Admittedly, a lot of the smoke and damage was caused by me. Alright. Well, I'm back to being repaired, but I'm still not getting hydrogen thrust in every direction. Are all of my thrusters turned on? Yes. I had figured I'd use this to go ahead and just, like, get the... Oh god, what the hell was that? Let's stick with this. Alright, let's pull out. That's looking good. Now, why do I not have hydrogen thrust on this side? I do now. What the heck? Okay, well, hey, it's back to where it was working again. Let's get a load of hydrogen and let's use this to dig some holes. Like, from here out to turret number 2. Well, alright, let's do it. Not sure I really like the idea of punching a hole in my asteroid, but I think it'll work. I really don't think I like how big of a hole that was. But I guess it worked. turned my gyroscopes on override so that I maintained a very straight, narrow heading. Well, you know what? This is as good of a place to put my first turret array as any, I suppose. And yes, I'm aware of the ability to project into the voxels, and then build inside of the voxels. I'm not really interested in gaming it like that. I could have had a much narrower hole, but this way I can fly through it personally, get get anything that needs to be repaired, and then once out here on the surface, I'll just fill the hole in. Then, like, the worst case scenario, like, this is where a turret is, and then something comes in with a big old warhead, and it blows a hole this size into the turret, into the surface of the asteroid, right where the turret connects. And so, like, I think I gotta have it start being self-assembling back in here. Yeah. Alright, let's get the blueprint built for setting out this this arm going out that way. Oh, and I can set up a couple of things to make it work better too. Alright, so I've got a rotor, I've got a hinge, I've got the first conveyor, and a camera. So let's call this one T2, because it's the rotor for tier 2, for the turret 2. And here we want to turret 2. Alright, now on the custom turret controller, we want to azimuth rotor, tier 2. Elevator rotor is hinge T2. There. And assigned camera. Let's get the camera named as well. Turret 2. Alright. And through velocity, angle deviation, Now, can I control it? I don't think I can control it from this seat. I think I have to go to another seat. Or rather, I have to be in a seat to control it. And it just so happens I have one up here, near where the server bay is. So, let's go with turret controller and control. Where is the control option? There it is. Okay. Ooh. This is... this is not the direction I expected it to function. I think I'm... there. Nope. So when I push up on my mouse, it rotates to the left. And when I push left on my mouse, it rotates down. Okay. Now, I want to get into the terminal of this, look for T2, and I want to lock this one, and I want to lock this one. Okay, I think that worked. I think I now have a a straight shot directly out towards this GPS point, turret 2 here. I like it. Alright, we don't need the camera anymore. And, geez, now I think what I need on here is the projector. And I need the blueprint. So let's go make the blueprint. Alright, well, this is pretty much the easiest thing I could think of. If I'm going to go to committing to use the up-tiered welders, well, then I may as well let it go. Let it happen. This is going to take a while. Maybe I'll sit here and just help for a bit. Well, anyway, once it gets to the end here, then I'll just extend the blueprint out a ways until it gets, you know, around here, and then I'll start working on building up the rest of the turret, making it actually look good. In the meantime, I'm going to come back in here and work on the assembler. I have the pieces I need to make the Tier 5 assembler, so let's do it. Let's check if this has anything in its inventory. It doesn't. Let's go ahead.
Inventory full.
Alright, let's deposit that. I didn't need to leave that. No, okay, that connects there.
Inventory full.
Yep.
Inventory full.
It's all those metal grids that are occupying all my space, I think.
Inventory full.
Ooh, well, this is why I've designed lots of welding ships.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Energy low.
Alright. Now, my only concern would be that this speed module is free-floating, but I don't think so. I think it's all good. Let's pull up the assembler. We want this Tier 5 assembler. And we want to get those metal plates to start building. Alright. Put that down, get this into it, and where can I attach a welder? Here. Do this. Alright. I think that this will reach down to where the assembler is. No, apparently not. Oh, let me jiggle it around and get it to work right. Alright, there we go. Just put that in there. And look at this. It's welding up. Maybe I'll get credit if I weld it personally like this right now. Hey, I did. Well, alrighty then. I'm happy with it. I'm satisfied with it. What all did that unlock? All of this stuff over here. So looks like tier 5 thrusters, batteries, drills, guns. Tier 5 refineries. More tools. Looks like it's basically the same as all the rest, but advanced assembler tier 5. Have to consider all that stuff now. Oh wow, legendary motors? What's up with that? I think tier 5 is like the highest I can get to without getting really fancy stuff. A legendary production line is the fastest and most expensive assembler. It allows you to assemble / disassemble rare and legendary components. However, these rare and legendary components require special lost tech components, which you can only get by disassembling rare or legendary. I mentioned that. Continues. Interesting. Interesting stuff. How is this going? Oh, not quite to the end. Let's keep projection on. And nope. Let's leave it there for a second. Its horizontal offset is the one that I want to do. Okay, so vertical offset stays at 1, horizontal offset. There we go. And that, yeah. That might be problematic, honestly. Like, I don't know if these will place if they are in the voxels up here like this. So I can maybe unlock that. Get my velocity down just a little bit. Lock it again. And now, not in there at all. Alright. If it's locked again, I think that'll solidify it. Rotor lock is on. Hinge lock is on. Why is it called a rotor lock if it's a hinge? I don't know. Alright, well, I guess I'll wait for that to get going. And you know what, guys? I think I'm actually going to cut out the episode here. I really need to make this prettier. But I am satisfied with what I've got going on this episode. I finished upgrading my refineries and my assembler. I got a start on where the turrets are going to be, the defensive turrets. And I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of Survival Records. I do hope you liked it, and subscribe so you can catch the next one. And until then, thanks for watching.